machine, Chinese. So, do our struggle in terms of surveillance, dinar and dirham, have the ally or friend among the non-Muslim, the Chinese, the Japanese, or the Russian, who are favoring also the gold and silver as a real currency? It's not only among the Muslim, among the non-Muslim. For example, one of the website, King World News, this is the proponent for silver and gold against the paper money. Every day, every week, they will hit the system. And Mike Kaiser, famous, always also. So who our ally or friend among the non-Muslim in our struggle for establishment of the Dinar and Dirham?
To answer your question, I'm going to ask Faraya to come here for a moment. Please come here. I want you to tell the name of the person who has imported the last bunch of dinars and dirhams into this country. What is his name? It's a Chinese man. What's his name? Yeah.
Jonathan Quagg? Do you know him?
Yes.
Jonathan Quagg. Well, he is 100% with us, and he has been doing so much in terms of trying to bring awareness to the people, and especially to the youth, about... It's funny because he's not even Muslim, but he speaks about Riba and he speaks about banking as though he is a Muslim. And everything that he's promoted, he's right now bugging me almost every day, just trying to get more coins out. And he is one of the biggest influences really that is outside of Islam, but who is so ready to put his heart and all of his might into doing it. So, Jonathan, he is definitely one person that I keep on my radar all the time, and inshallah, in the future, we'll get to work with him.
A riba is not a haram, as in something that you eliminate. Riba, the elimination of riba is a liberation. We are breaking the ties that they are enslaving us. We are breaking out of the prison, which is this economic system we live in. Is to activate the efficiency and the productivity of society, of many people in this society that they are unemployed or underused, reduced to the most simplistic ways of working, taking from them the wage earner instead of the entrepreneur, which Islam promotes. What we are giving to the world is not only just for us. It will be led by us. Make no mistake, the Christians cannot do it. There are people like Ron Paul. There are many people in the West now saying the US dollar is finished. There are more people against the US dollar in the United States than in Saudi Arabia or Kuala Lumpur. Well, maybe not. We have quite a few here. But the point is, they don't have the full solution. And the full solution, it can only be found in the complete establishment of muamalat. For knowing what is haram, even for us, will not be sufficient. We need to know how you do the things halal in a halal way. The kuffar have not a clue. So what we're going to find among them is people that, motivated by justice and seeing what is wrong, they will be able to point out the things that they are wrong. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And from among them, it's our duty to take from them, bring them to the people. I'm not interested in the gold dinar as economic revolution. I want it as an Islamic revolution. I'm not interested in changing inflation. I want the people to remember Allah. It's like we don't pray, we don't fast because we get slimmer, and we don't pray because it's good for the kidneys. Everything that we do it because we love Allah. The gold dinar must be like this. In those circumstances, with that sincerity, I tell you, there will be hundreds of thousands, millions of people who enter into Islam because suddenly they realize, oh my God, I never understood. This is amazing. I was one of them, and there will be many, many, many more. In Malaysia, among the Chinese, in Europe, among the Europeans.
Can we sit down? Assalamualaikum. I do not know at what level in Pakistan you started to do this thing, because I came in late as well, I'm sorry. But I gather that what you're doing now is to actually get the support of the political parties, the government, I suppose, before you actually go onto the ground to do as how we did it here, I think, in a way. Because we got to share the gold minted by the Kelantan government, then we went on the ground. I do not know at what level it is in Pakistan now. I gather that it's just through the media and talking about it, because you haven't started to mint. And I hate to ask this question this way, meaning to be positive and, you know, Allah is our focus. But what sort of resistance do you envisage that you will have to go through? Not at the government level, but at the layman's, you know, how to actually propagate the use of Dinar and Dirham in Pakistan.
I think the resistance is from the Islamic bankers and the legitimacy of the Islamic banks. And the resistance is the legal tender and the taxes, like everywhere else. And the reason that we want to start with the provincial government is because in a country like Pakistan, where the ultimate reason is to go against the constitution, then this is what the constitution says, 37F. Eliminate riba as soon as possible, and it is the responsibility of the government. And I mean, I'm an activist by temperament. He's somebody who's proposed a resolution. I will not spare the governments and the state to get away with this hypocrisy and Islamic scholars. Either they declare their collaborators or they do it. So I think the movement has to go both ways, not just minting the coins and making it available and getting the people to, because the people, there is pressure on the people to switch over to a bimetallic currency, or even to put forward a debate of that. So I think what we are also doing by creating all this noise is familiarizing people with the concept and exposing the demonization of the existing system, and then also a reminder of what they should be doing, because everything is so conveniently ignored. It's put on the side. They want to come and talk about it. They will support you in the seminars, but nobody is willing to start it practically. And I believe that once we are there with the coins, it's going to be like the dominoes effect, as he always says. People are going to follow and they will not be able to resist it. But it would be amazing if we have transformed the whole discourse of paper money, and if Allah brings the ulamas and even few of the political leaders, this would have a great impact.
Kelantan hasn't fallen. We're just a little hiccup. It will come up with ready, with strength, because the problem with paper money is that it's very fragile. Once you bring the gold dinar, nothing. People will not go back to paper. We are more every day in Malaysia, in Pakistan, etc. And there will be a synergistic effect among the ulama, for example, when they start listening that the great Darul Ulooms of Pakistan declare Islamic banking haram, that they declare the zakat must be paid in dinar and dirham. I couldn't get one mufti in this country to get this fatwa. None. They were scared, Jews. They were so scared. So we have to show them it's not a rational issue. It's a matter of the heart. So we have to show them, some of us, we have to show them that we are not scared. And what Humaira said in the beginning about taqwa being the motivator for her, it must be the motivating factor for us. We do it because we love Allah, and because I fear Allah more than I fear anybody else. That, and with the understanding that when this thing changes, it's going to change very fast, and within a very short period of time, everything is going to turn round. Partly is going to be the collapse of the other system. And I always hope that we raise before they fall, so that we have the fun of being the cause of it, rather than being the consequence of it. And I'm going to give these 2 coins to Irwan, who deserves to introduce you to these Dinar and Dirham, who are the latest ones, before we just broke up.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a round of applause for our guest of honor, and Dr. Humaira and also Shaykh Umar Vadillo for the very inspiring and enlightening talk. Before we dismiss ourselves, I would like to call upon a token of appreciation to be given to our guest, Dr. Humaira. Flowers from Malaysia for the flower from Pakistan. Once again, thank you very much to our guests and to Dr. Abdul Rahim, who has graciously arranged for the venue to host today's talk. Anyone wishing to preview these coins, welcome to sit in front. And I end this talk with Surah Al-Fatiha. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.